Hello everybody and welcome to Real and Virtual Outdoors. This is Thursday's live stream, July the 7th, 2022, and for historical records, it's hot outside. Welcome to today's stream. I'm changing the thumbnail over at the computer, and as soon as I get that changed, we'll get in front of the camera and get these lines casted out and see about catching some of these virtual fish. Alright, we have the thumbnail changed. And we're ready to go. Hold a bear. Hey, you the rookie. Alright. This is Fish Sim World platform, PlayStation 4. It's console. We're gonna be playing on Delamundo, Logo Delamundo. It's a rendition of Spain, and all kinds of fish in here, bass included. We have the ability to get out on a boat, but today we're going to be fishing for big whales, catfish, and carp. I have the rods stand set up already, and we're going to cast some lines out here. Let's talk about the bait we're going to be using today. These are 12-foot rods, an 80-pound braid. Rod 1 has a smelt head on it. Rod 2 has a mackerel head on it, and rod 3 has a baldy on it, and the coffee flavor. So we're going to start out with this, and then we're going to let the fish tell us what we want from there. We're not going to cast too far from the bank. There's just no need in this spot. And I'm kind of on a point right here, so we're just going to fan these rods out. That was the roach head. This is the mackerel. And the third rod will be the baldy. This baldy is very popular here on this body of water. So we got the rods out. Now we wait, and we'll do a little baiting out. Let me get the spod rod out. This is a hose pack feed, and we're just going to pitch it out, and it dissolves out in the water. You might even be able to see it as it dissolves. Disperses a little pack feed out, and there's some on top of the water now. Supposed to draw the fish in. We'll also take the throwing stick and throw a few baldies out. Hello, Miss Froggy, how are you? What's your gaming schedule normally look like? You talking outside of YouTube, Chad? I'm pretty much available. If you're talking outside of YouTube, I'm pretty much available all the time. Art, how are you? Usually after 6 o'clock. It is. Hello, Ron. Appreciate you coming in. Usually after 6 o'clock, I don't game much in the evening because my wife and I have supper. But if y'all are going to play NBA sometime, I know ahead of time I can probably play a little bit. When do y'all usually play, if that's the reason you're asking? All right. So we're going to pick up the throwing stick now. And we're just going to throw a couple of ballies around. Thank gosh what? It is. I think you're right. I think I slept funny. We'll see how she does today. When do y'all usually tune it up, Chad? I see, or when with Tom, or when do you usually play? I see sometimes you're there playing too. During the daytime a little bit. Give me some information. Okay. We can do that. Okay, we got a fish on. Rod 1, that's going to be on the smelt head. Just send me a text message or call me or something. Let me know. I'll try to get on with you. On the weekends, I'm a little freer. That's a big old Wels catfish. Good night. That's the way to start a stream. On the Friday and Saturday night, I can swing something a little later. If y'all want to play, just let me know. Steve Locke, how are you? Now, this is the way to start a stream. This is a big boy here. And there goes rod 3. It's got a fish on it. Rod 3 gonna have to wait. This is a Wels, and we're after the Wels. Yeah. Okay, so you don't do Xbox chat, you do a group phone call. Okay, that'll work too. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, because I think if you do the chat, I think the group chat on Xbox, I think everybody else can hear you. This may be the biggest one I've caught yet, or hung yet, so let's see. So y'all just talk on the phone while you do it. That'll work. In that case, I don't even need to wear headphones. So. Yeah. Can we see the bait? Yes, I'll show you the bait in a minute. Showed that first stream, but I will certainly show you. This is a mackerel head on here, just a cut off fish head. But I'll absolutely show you the bait. Well, you fix to see one right now, because I got one on. And it's a dandy too. It's probably the biggest one I've caught. So we're going out of here. So we're going to get a look at him here in just a minute. I got to kind of play him out a little bit. Now the fish got off rod 3. I heard him get off, but I'm not too worried about that. I will surely show you. Here he comes. He's ready to come on in. Alright, Steve, here's your fish. That's a fair sized child right there. Yeah. Not the biggest that I've caught. My biggest is 151. But that was on a multiplayer, so that's why it says 95 personal best there. For a nice sized boy. Hold that pose so I can get that thumbnail later. Alright. So. Let's see now. We're going to show Froggy. Froggy won't see the bait. Alright. Okay, so on rod 1 we got the smelt head there. Highlighted in yellow. And I'll move that off so you can maybe see it a little better. Very detailed. On rod 2 we have the mackerel highlighted there. And on rod 3 we have the barley. Kind of coffee flavored barley. And I got a fish on rod 2. So that's on the mackerel head. Let's get him in. It's a small fish here. Probably a small pike or a zander. I'm sure. I bet you did. Show me the video. That's all I got to say. Show me the video, Chad. Did you really? Over at the pond? Or was you somewhere else? Yeah, dog, boy, you practice so much you might know how to learn how to fish. We'll get this guy here in. He's not very big, and then we'll get everything casted back out. At the farm. Alright. How long's it been since you caught one like it out of there? I think it's small whales too, maybe. I think I gotta look at him for a second. Yeah, it is small whales. He's not very big. Small. I didn't mean to click that so quick. That one was 50 pounds. I clicked the button too fast, folks. But he's 50 pounds. That was on the mackerel head. Alright, let's get this third rod in. Get it put back out. Get everything going. I did. And no doubt about that. This is a good spot for the whales. I was actually playing on a multiplayer with the Bullock Experience and Aaron from Catfish Regulators. Found this little spot while we were multiplaying. I've been kind of fishing here a lot. I'm going to show you where this is at on this map. It's kind of a point right here. I caught a bunch of Wels catfish right here since I've been playing this map. This is gonna be the spot right here that I'm at in yellow. Kind of small, you may not, but it's kind of a point. What's going on, my friend CVA? That's where we're at. It's kind of a point type thing. In fact, when we played multiplayer last time here, I fished with them two guys. I caught the most fish. Ernie. What's going on, Ernie? But I gotta tell you, this heat here is ridiculous. I think we're gonna be somewhere around 106 and 7 the weekend. Well, I don't know if they shared it with me or I just stumbled on it. But I know a little bit more about these fishing games than I think than they thought I did. Oh, Dale. Well, I appreciate that, Dale. Yeah. Hadn't been a whole lot of stuff on lately, has it? Bad service. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. Mike's always sharing me out. It does help. I try to share out as much as I can other people's stuff. I probably drive everybody nuts with that real and virtual group page because I share them links out on Mondays and Thursdays. But there's a lot of good folks out there supporting me, and I try to return the favor. Sort of a waiting game. If you don't get a bite in a minute, we'll start throwing out some bait to attract. Well, I figured we'd do a little fishing today. We've been kind of doing mostly hunting, and there's a lot of people that like to see this. I know Miss Froggy enjoys fishing. Alright. You might hear that alarm going off. That's on the Bally. And we're hooked up. That's on the Bally. This is a carp. I want to remind everybody while I bring his fish in, this bait shop comes on at 7 tonight. Fields to water. And I believe Panfish Nation will be on at 8. Even though they hadn't put the link up yet. When I get that link up, I will share it out on the real and virtual group page. And it may be on Miss Jody's deal tonight. She may have the link up already. I hadn't shared it out yet because it wasn't up this morning. I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, we're gonna have catfishing tonight. She's like, yeah, I just hadn't put the link up. So Miss Jody, if anybody's wondering about Jody's show, it will happen. It's gonna be on tonight. And I'm gonna try to pry my eyes open to at least make it to 11 o'clock. I have this disease that there's no cure for. When I eat and get full and lay down in the bed, I'm gonna go to sleep. I hadn't figured out how to cure that yet. All right, we got the 2 fish on. We're gonna pick the one up with the I think this is the mackerel head, because it's probably a Wels catfish on here. I think it is a small one. Yeah. Yeah, they do charge me sometimes. I do get charged. When I first, I'll tell you a little story about that, getting charged on that game. When I first started playing that video game, you know, I knew from reading stuff about it that you get charged, and I gotta tell you, first time I got charged, I froze. Now, the second time I got charged, I didn't freeze. There's a small Wels. He's not very big, just 24 pounds. That's a baby. That's like catching a bullhead. Second time I got charged, I did not freeze. I did some shooting, but it didn't turn out good. So I have evolved on knowing how to handle the charge now, where I can usually take the animal down before they get to me, but sometimes they still get me. I think people enjoy seeing the charge videos. I clip them and make small videos out of them. I want to say thank you to everybody that's watches in the background too, that's not in the chat. I have a lot of people that watch in the background. I try to mention that every time I do one of these streams. I had about 120 views on the last live that I did on Tuesday. That is a record for me. There's a lot of people that watch in the background and that support me, and I get messages from them. They may not be in the chat, but they're there, and I appreciate them as much as I appreciate y'all. I enjoy spending time with y'all. Probably I'd have to go over and try to figure out what's 7 centimeters. I'd have to go figure that out in inches. My arithmetic is not that good. Oh, Big Slim. There's people here every time in chat that I do these streams, and I see the same names come in. That makes me feel good. That means I'm doing something right. I just want it to be a safe environment for everybody to just come and enjoy without an escape from all the things that's going on today. That same thing happened to Aaron the other day. He got one over there and got it hung up and lost it. That point right there gets me sometimes. Well, I enjoy doing it for y'all. I really do. You know, I mean, there's a lot of other things that I would like to be able to do for the channel, and I'll get some time to do that, get an opportunity to do that. But I'm doing what I can do right now, and I'm grateful for the fact that y'all enjoy it. So we do the best we can do, and within what the good Lord give me to work with, and that's just the way I approach it. All right, we got the line set back out. So I want to Mr. Aaron's fail. No, he was way off down. I wish I could have. He was way off down there. So I got a few things I'm going to talk about today. On upcoming stuff for the channel. I am 2.7 inch. Well, good night. I got crappie jigs that I fish with longer than that, Froggy. I have a computer, a new computer. I bought a new computer. It should be here Friday, and I am so thrilled about that. My laptop is old, and it is, as Mr. Parker would say, it's a booger bear to get it to work for editing sometimes, and it's outdated, and you can't do all the things that I'd like to do with it. But I have been blessed to be able to have the money to get a new one, and it will be here Friday. And because of that, we're going to have some new games to play on this channel. They're going to be coming out with the Way of the Hunter. I think at the end of the month it's going to be a hunting game, and it's supposed to give Call of the Wild a run for its money. That's the game we play here all the time, so we'll see. I hopefully it's good, and it's going to be some good content on there. And we'll be having another game that we can play and enjoy together. There's a carp. Nice common. I'll give you all a quick look. Oh, it's a mirror, rather. Alright, give you all a quick look. We got rod fish on other rods over here, so let's pick up rod 2 because it is a cut bait. I want to see if this is a catfish first. Appreciate it, Mike. The Call of the Wild is also coming out with a fishing game. We don't have a lot of information on it yet, but if the Call of the Wild is putting it out, and I say the Call of the Wild, Expansive Worlds is the people that made the Call of the Wild. They're making a fishing game called The Angler. I have a video on YouTube about it. That's going to be another game that I'm going to be able to share with y'all. So, once I figure out how to do all the streaming on the computer, that's going to be a learning curve, but I should pick it up pretty quick. I should have the ability to let somebody come up on panel while I'm doing the game stream, if somebody wants to come up sometime on the computer. You can't do that on PlayStation or Xbox, but you can do it on the computer. There's one of Miss Froggy's small pike. Froggy loves the pike. Nice looking fish. Alright, let's get that other one out. Alright, we're on. Got a triple going here. There's some other games I'm going to be able to play once I learn how to play it. Flight Simulator. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. It's an airplane game. You fly over different places in the world. It is thank you, Mike. Have a good day at work, sir. Yeah, it is on fire. That's why I come here. Flight Simulator, you fly an airplane over destinations in the world. I got to keep him. Come on back here. Don't you go over there. It's photographs of taken by satellite of New York and all kind of. That fish gonna mess me up. Come on around here. Places all over the world. So Italy and just about anywhere. I could probably fly over London. And it's an actual recreation from satellites. Thank you, Ernie. So that ought to be fun. I played it a little bit. Oh, this is a big boy here. Good night. This is a catfish. I played it a little bit on the beginner's mode, Chad's rookie mode. I hadn't learned to land the plane yet. We hadn't got that far, and or take off. They just kind of put you in the air and let you fly. I'm just kind of learning to control the plane. But I got to tell you, it's a very technical game, and you can sure make a mistake in a hurry. Well, I'm about to crash it too, Froggy. I done crashed it once. So So it's a learning curve. I haven't really learned how to do it yet. But I'm looking forward to getting the new computer and get it going. Now this joker is giving me a fit. Come on out of there. Don't you go that way. He's trying to get me over and break me off. Come on here. All I can do is try to lean on him this way and hopefully get him to go back. What's up, Dan? That's my pal, Dan. How you doing? Ah, come on. He's trying to break me off. He got me hung over there. Come on. Come on out of there. And he did break me off. You dirty scoundrel. Alright. I don't have anybody up. You can't bring anybody up on the when I'm doing it live through the PlayStation. I was talking about when I get the new computer, which will be here Friday, that I should be able to bring somebody up. Thinking about doing it. I think I can do it through StreamYard. I gotta see what the quality's like. I may actually use a different streaming platform. Streamlabs is pretty good for gamers. We're just gonna have to see. No, it's just me. Some of the big game streamers, they got a lot of nice overlays and things. I want to learn how to do all that for mine. So. How's it going up there, Dan? Is it hot? Better be glad you ain't here. I told my wife the other day, I said, after talking to Dan and Air Run about the crappie houses up there and fishing and stuff, I told my wife the other day, I said, I wouldn't mind moving to Oklahoma. Find me a place to fish. I know there's a lot of good places, a lot of good lakes up there to fish. As she said, I'd be alright with that. So there's hope. We'll see. Yeah, I think your pond's a lot bigger than this pond here, isn't it? Crazy hillbilly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's throw out a little feed basket and see if we can get somebody in the mood to bite. Give it a little tease. We moved here because the fishing dock was close. It was wasn't really far move, 25-minute move probably from where we was living. So that place is gone now. So like she said, we're really not tied here. This is in Spain. Sorry about that. I should announce that first of the stream. Yeah. You can actually get on a boat on this lake too. There's bass in here too. Well, I hope she does. She says she does. Well, you got to also realize she's got friends that, good friends, lifelong friends that live in Illinois, so she'd be a little closer to them than we are now. I'm used to country living. Good for you. Good for you. Put them to work, catch a fish. I don't see how anybody catching a fish in this dad-burn heat. We went from winter to a week of spring, and I mean 7 days of it, and summer. And it has been hot since the 1st of June, and it has not quit. We had one day, we had a little Arctic front come down from Canada. And it cooled it off quite a bit. Other than that, it's been smothering hot. You gotta go deep. Yeah, you're right. You do. But you know, where I used to fish on Lake Whitney, that barge there was 40 feet deep. That's the deepest crappie house I've ever fished in. And I don't care how deep you fish, they just wouldn't hardly bite us every time. Yeah, I've been there for. I went to Disney World in August one time. I know how hot it is. Soren Hansen. Mm-hmm. Well, I need that sucker come off there. You sucker, Bill. I need to get somewhere where they got look at the tail on that fish. Good night. Did you see that? That must have been. That may have been Megalodon right there, folks. Megalodon is the biggest Wels catfish in this body of water. I think Mr. Aaron's been trying to catch him for a year or two. That was a big fish. Yeah, tell us about yourself, Soren. I need to get somewhere where they got a crappie house and I can get back to fishing. And yeah, I don't know if y'all saw that or not. He popped up right there out there in the middle of the lake. That was a big fish. I sure would like to catch that fish before Aaron does. That would make my day. I'd be running over after this stream and clipping it right quick and sending it to you. That is correct. Have to have patience. Good Lord, I can't tell you how many times I have made my been able to do things based upon patience and refusing not to quit. I have a mackerel head and smelt heads on rod 1 and 2, and on rod 3 I have a coffee flavored barley. So we caught one fish on the barley. If it don't do something pretty quick, I'm going to take that barley off and put on a black colored barley. It's called Active 8, and try it. The other 2 rods are catching. That rod is not, so we're going to have to change things up. Are you asking me about what I use on the game or to fish with? That was the answer for the game, so I'll cover both. I use jigs exclusively, 99% of the time when I fish for crappie. This is a Wels here. Game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, mackerel and smelt heads with a coffee flavored barley. Well, so it looks like one too. I hear another bell going off. I must have another fish on. Multiplayer on this game actually runs really smooth. It's pretty nice to play. I was surprised that it runs so smooth. I haven't played multiplayer a lot. I don't just play with anybody. I like to know who I'm playing with. So I like it to be friendly and fun. Sometimes you run into some folks here that's in multiplayer that's not too friendly and fun. I just earned, I know y'all can't see that because it blurs it out, I just earned the Fat Cat Trophy. 114 pounds. I have all those. And I have all those jigs. Alright, let's get him tucked away, and then we'll get the barley. Now the barley's got a fish on it, so I'm just talking about that. My favorite color, I don't really, let me rephrase, I don't have a favorite color. My favorite color is what they're biting on that day. But my go-to to feel a place out is Cajun cricket. Cajun cricket catches them just about anywhere I've ever been. So yeah, and that's not even the big one. Yeah, it's a good spot. That's why I wanted to do a live on it. Hello, Ian J, how are you? Mine is Pearl and Cajun Creek and Pennyback. So, talk about jigs. If you go to Southern Pro jigs. They've got stingers. And baits too, and they got them kind of they got some of them in different colors. They have the the stuff like the Bobby Garlands and the and the Cajun cricket's what I meant to say, and but they've got some with some pink tails on them, like in the Blue Thunder, and they got a different orange one, kind of lighter orange colored pellet, and they catch too. They got about 8 or 10 colors of those things that they made that work great too. Green Lantern, never fished with that. I do a lot of hand ties. I tie a lot of hand ties, and I do a lot of hand tie fishing too. So, really, I'll have to try those. Sunrise and Hornet. I have Hornet. I have green Hornet. I think I got about, no. I think I got about 30 colors of them things. Wife says I got too many jigs. Man can't ever have enough jigs. I tell her that all the time. Now, whether I convince her of it or not, I don't know. Alright, we got another catfish on, folks. And rod 3's taking off too. Yeah, I tie jigs. Hand tie jigs and pliers. Sure do. I got some videos up on the on my YouTube channel. Supposed to do a jig tying live for everybody. I need to get around doing that. I've been tying jigs for over 30 years. This is a small kitty cat here. He's not very big. There he comes. Just 55 pounds. Yep, tuxedo. I've got that one too. They were making a at Walmart they used to carry them called Sexy Tail Shad. It was a gray back with a light gray belly and a chartreuse tail. This is not a catfish. And I caught a lot of fish on it. It was a great night jig. Sounds good. Sounds good. Just a Xander. Oh, I was trying to hurry up and get that other rod. Well, he got off. Okay. That was on the barley. That's probably a carp. Can't get them in fast enough, folks. My most productive color here is probably been blue and white, and I got one that I make out of silver tinsel body with a white tail, and then same on the gold tinsel body with a black tail. But you know how them fish are. Them crappie bite one thing one day and they won't even look at it the next. You know how it is. Louisville, Texas. I don't think I'm 2 hours. I think I'm about 2 hours away from the Oklahoma border. Yeah. You ever eat a sander, Froggy? Texas. Louisville, Texas. Come on. You're going the wrong way. I got the drag turned up pretty good on these rods because it's 80-pound braid. It holds pretty good tension. Sometimes you get these fish on and it's a battle. If they run the wrong way, chances good you're gonna lose them. If they kind of stay out towards the middle and battle you out, I got a pretty good chance to land even Megalodon. He gets over in one of these corners and breaks you off. I think that's happened there in 3 or 4 times. I don't think there's a lot of people that's caught that fish. I'm on some. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I live an eighth of a mile from there. Air run. I used to fish over the crappie house they had here. I think that's happened to Aaron a couple times. He broke that fish off. I don't think a lot of people's caught that fish that I've seen. I'm on several Facebook group pages for this game. They always posting pictures and things of what they caught. I don't think I've saw him, but maybe 2 or 3 times in the last couple of years. I see. That's a big carp there, almost 60 pounds. Personal best. I haven't done a lot of carp and catfishing on this game. Did a lot of bass fishing on it. This is kind of a favorite of Kelly and Aaron, so I bought the map so we could fish it. I kind of like it. It's fastly becoming my favorite. I have not got out on bass fished on it. I'm going to do that. We might do a hunting stream on Tuesday, and then Thursday we might get out on the boat on this thing, see if we can catch some bass. Look at that fish right there by the bank. He's trying to get up on the bank. It's a Wels. Where you going? Come on back here. Hope y'all got to see that. There he is again. Go out there and bite that bait, boy. Yeah, I fished over here at this fishing barge they had in Louisville, but it's closed now. So I'm sure when we decide we're gonna move, I'll get to go somewhere close enough for me to get back to fishing more like I want to. The rent in this area has really gone up. I think we've been here 3 years. I think we started, it was a little over 1,000, almost 1,100. They're up to 1,600 now. And she's talking about, the property manager's talking about they're trying to go to 1,900. I told her when she got to 1,900 that she'd have to get somebody else in here to live in this apartment where I'm at, because I ain't paying no $1,900 to live here. There's another catfish. And we wearing them catfish out today. Now this is what I'm talking about. That was on a ballie. When we did the multiplayer, I caught a bunch of catfish on that ballie. Alright, rod one's got a fish on him. Let's get after him. It's gonna be on the smelt head. I eat crappie and catfish, and wife and I, we both like tilapia. Now this fish is pulling. I don't know what this is. This joker's really pulling. We like tilapia too. It's pretty good. I try to eat more baked fish and not fry it as often. We're gaining some ground on him now. Come on, big boy. Show me the money. I think this is a Wels catfish. I had a little glimpse of him. Good night, he's running again. Look at that. He's peeling that drag. Going the wrong way, son. Come on back here. You come on over here. Don't you go that way. You're trying to be funny. Now I got the drag at 40, tension at 40, and I'm reeling and he's peeling drag. So that ought to tell you this is a pretty hard fighting fish. If I try to rush him though, that's going to mess it up. So we're just going to play him out. Thank you, Aaron. There's Curtis, my brother. Curtis is always here. Even if he can only stay a few minutes. I appreciate you, Curtis. Curtis been coming in my streams a long time. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Come on, fish. Don't you go that way. He's trying to get me over and break me off. Come on around here. Ooh, this is a big one here. Good night. Don't you go that way. Come on back here. You headed for that? You headed for that thing over there. Get back out there in the middle. This one might be the biggest one of the day, folks. Hope we can get him landed for you. I'm going to give it my best. Here he comes. Ooh, Lord, look at that. He got a head on him big as mine. Come on around here. let me just look at you. Come on around here. Don't you go that way. I gain on him. I get him up to about 20 something feet and he peels me off to 35. Come on. We're gaining on him now. He's at 12 feet. 9, 8, come on. He's ready to come on into net. £149. He got a big old head on him. And his belly's big as mine. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, big boy. That's a good one there, isn't it? And that's how she's done. I think I threw the wrong. Yeah, I threw the wrong rod out in the wrong spot. There's some big ones right here in this spot. When he's playing that live, that multiplayer, I come on this spot and started catching him. I thought, boy, I need to do a live on this spot. Oh, well, let me tell you what it'd be like for me, Curtis. There's a fish right there at the bank. There's a small Wels right there. If I had that on, I would either A, have to tie him to the wheelchair and pull him out, or B, y'all be holding on to me to keep me from going in the lake. I imagine a fish like big can pull that. Is it Jeremy in here? I think I didn't see Jeremy come across. Jeremy, if that's you out there, buddy, hello. Yeah, that's him. Hello, Jeremy. The smelt head. This is a hot spot right here. I gotta tell you. That's another big old Wels catfish. Good night. Look at this. Ooh. I think that's bigger than the last one, folks. Come on up here. Sure, I'm gonna take a minute to play him out. This ain't gonna be no easy win, I can tell you that. Ain't it though? Uh-oh, he's headed for that stuff. Come on out there. Come on. Good night. I can't stop him. I got the drag turned up to 45 now, trying to get him turned. It is, isn't it? I was tickled to death when I found this spot. I'm like, yeah, I got to do a stream on this for everybody. Alright, I'll back the drag off a little bit now because I know he's going to make another run. I don't need to break me out. And there he goes. Yeah, I knew he was going to make another run. Alright, now I'll tighten it back down on him. Come on around here. I don't want you over there around that rock point. Back it off. There he goes with another run. He is trying his best to get over there to them rocks. And I'm trying my best to keep him out of it. Good night. Come on here. Come on. There goes another run. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hey, I got him. I got him. Good grief. 123 pounds. Alright. Rod 2's got another fish on it, so we're going to... This is the mackerel head. How you doing, Lisa? Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is little. This feels like a minnow compared to what I just caught. I'm okay. I'm doing alright. I can't complain. Too much, at least. There's Xander. It feels like catching a perch after that last one I caught. And my baldy's way out there. It had a fish on it too. Good grief, I can't get them in but so fast. Let's get her back out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. We ready to go? We are ready to go. Y'all got a good dose of the Wels catfish today, had you? I've been trying to catch some on live. We catching them today. I want to ask everybody to keep Miss Dana and Mr. John in their prayers, the Parkers. I understand Miss Dana's under the weather. I'm not going to talk about what it is, but she's feeling poorly, so let's keep her in our prayers. Hope she gets to feeling better soon. Her feeling bad and lost a puppy, it's kind of a sad time for those people, so hope that turns around for them. I think we got another catfish. Come on, big boy. He's not big as the last one, I don't think, but he's fair size fish. I think we found the catfish hole. I think Steve's right. What's up, Mike T? How you doing? Good to see you. I read your post the other day about your good news. I'm glad to hear it. Hope everything's turning around for you, brother. Come on, fish. There he goes, trying to get over in that stuff. He's not quite as big, though. I can handle him a little bit. Still waiting on what? Proud to hear it, Mike. Proud to hear it. I gotta tell you, it don't take long to level up when you catch them like that. Got 2 fish and I've already jumped a level. What you waiting on, Ernie? Ernie says he's waiting on something. Oh, get your hair cut? Well, do like I do and just shave it all off and don't have to worry about it. My wife is my barber. Yeah. That's not even the biggest one, Lisa. Your husband's been trying to catch megalodon for I don't know how long. Well, I gotta tell you, Dan, I'm glad you got some work going on, brother, but I can tell you this. If I was out there in that heat working like you are, ain't no way I could do it. Ain't no way, buddy. They come along there and find me keeled over somewhere. Bite's been good today. I hadn't had to bait out a whole lot. they get slow. I'll put some bait out, but I hadn't had to pre-bait much. Well, you know, we's giving him a fit the other day because you told him not to let them vegetables burn, and boy, I was really wearing him out on that. You better get in there and get them vegetables checked, boy, before you get in trouble. This is another catfish. The catfish is abundant today. Enjoy it now because it ain't always like this. I think I've caught more Wels catfish in this spot on the stream today than I've caught ever on the stream. And all the streams combined. This is on the smelt head. Well, I'm glad you didn't. That let me get ahead when we was doing the multiplayer, and see he couldn't run me down after that. I told him I sent you a PayPal so you'd do that, so I could get him away from the game where I could catch up to him. The 41 pounder. It looks small compared to them big boys. Mackerel head's got a fish on it. I also got one on the barley. I need somebody to come over here and help reel these fish in. My hope is that the new hunting game is going to be amazing. I appreciate that. Hopefully the new hunting game is going to be good. I'm really interested to see what kind of fishing game they're going to make. We've been trying to get these people that made that Hunter Call in the Wild to make a fishing game forever. Actually, how that got started, they wanted to put fish in the water they already had, which I don't know a whole lot about programming, but I understand that would have been a difficult job. It would have been easier just to build a new game. So that's what they're doing. So I'm hoping that it's as good as the hunting game was, because if it is, it's going to be some good fishing on there. My guess will be, and this is just my opinion, is that you're going to have a reserve like the hunting game, and you're going to have a bunch of different bodies of water spread out all over the map. And for instance, the northern part of the map will have different fish in the lakes than the southern part. So, kind of like the hunting game, you go up north, you find buffalo and some of the maps, and elks in the east. And so I think there's going to be several bodies of water, and there's probably going to be different fish in each body. 68 pounds. Alright, let's get this third one out. I got so many fish on I can't get them out. Good thing I want to do these things 2 hours. My finger will be wore out holding this button. So I think that's probably the way it's going to play out. So that'll be a lot of good fishing for different species and different types of fishing. This is a small one. This ain't gonna take long. But we'll have to see. You know, I've had high hopes before and it turned out to be a bust, so we're hoping it's not a bust. I do know that they're using a new engine to build this game. So it's supposed to be a pretty good looking graphics. Probably a lot better than this one. This is an older game. There's a common carp. 20 pounder looks small to a 100 pounder, doesn't it? Alright. Let's get her back in there. My wife asked me the other day, said, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Do you even have to ask?" She's like, "Games and electronic equipment for you two." I'm like, there you go. When we first got together, first Christmas we had together, I'm gonna tell you, she wasn't very forthcoming about what she wanted for Christmas. I kind of had to figure it out. The woman throwed me to the wolves, is what she done. And I'm gonna tell you, this old boy struggled with that. Now, I did good, but over the years I have kind of got her to give me some hints about what she wants, and it sure makes it a lot easier. I think she wanted me to figure it out on my own. Let's look at the count. See what we caught today. We're 1 hour and 23 minutes in. Looks like we caught about 24 fish. Not a bad take. And most of those have been catfish. We'll take that every time. Come on, fishy. Put a little feed out. I can get them going again. If I put this out and get a fish on every rod, won't be able to get him in fast enough. I'm hoping that when the new fishing game, the Angler, comes out, that we're going to have the ability to have a rod stand with more than one rod. I'm sure we will. All the information has not been released yet, and they really drag it out. I want everybody's anticipation to be high, so when they release it, everybody runs out and buys it. But I do know I was able to see a picture of the channel cat, so we know there's going to be channel catfish in there, and it's good looking. It's a good looking graphic of a channel cat. So we're hoping for blues and flatheads. Really would like to see that. Don't know if we will, but we know we're going to have channel cats. So this is small here. Just a little comment, I think. Yep. Just a little comment. But the channel cat looks fabulous on it, so we're hopeful. All right. Get ready for the next battle. Back on the volley. Another carp. Another carp. Come on here. You're not all that big, you just don't want to fit. You're only about 30 pounds, I guess. Sure is doing a lot of dancing around out there. I'd ask everybody if they've been doing any fishing, but I hadn't seen much going on YouTube, so I'm assuming it's the hot and the spawn going on and a lot of places. I hope they have a good night tonight on Jody's Flathead Challenge. Been kind of slow pace over there. Fishing's been slow and Danny Stone's catching turtles. I ain't never seen nobody catch a turtle like he catches them. He's been overrun with them. Alright. Looks like the carp started biting now. We're back in there. I'm going to have Chinese food for dinner tonight. Minus the egg roll. Egg rolls are not on the menu tonight. They make me fat. Got to watch eating the fried stuff. Shrimp scampi. What time's dinner? And give me Aaron's portion. That sounds good. Well, we usually order out on Thursdays. Wife, she cooks something to eat after she gets off work. But I usually buy Chinese food on Thursday. I want to give her a little bit of a break. She does a lot for me, so I try to return the favor. And two, I like egg drop soup, and they give us darn near a gallon of that stuff. It's a big old tub of it. I can't eat so much at one time. Gotta watch my calories, but so I'll eat half the soup tonight, and then tomorrow night I'll eat the rest of it with a nice big fat sandwich and a piece of fruit, and I'll be in good shape. There goes rod 1 taking off. Fish on 1, rod 2 taking off. Or fish on 2 and rod 1 taking off. Rod 1's got the fish head on it. That may be a catfish. Let me try to land this fish real quick. I love shrimp. Come on, fish. Get you in the net because I need to get that other one. Yeah, that's a carp. That's a big carp. 41 pounds. There's a quick look. Now I'm going to get rod 1 before he gets off. I get so far out there, it takes a while to get him in. That's one thing I did learn from Aaron. I had a bad habit. I throw them rods halfway across this lake. He's like, you don't need to do that. Just fish closer to the bank. He's right. Come on. This is a catfish, I think. He's running. Running for that point. You stay away from over there. I better tighten the drag up a little bit. Put a little tension on him. Come on. Now rod 2's got a fish on it. Good night. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream today. We mixed it up, doing a little fishing today. The Hunter is very popular. I get a lot of views on that. But I like to keep it interesting too, so we do a little something different every once in a while. Just a little spot to go kill some time. Amy Evans. How you doing, Amy? Better get back to work, Art, if you're still in there. Oh, Art, he might have seen you come in the front door. Amy, he might have slipped out the back and got back to work. Thanks for coming by, Amy. Appreciate it. I knew it. I knew that was coming out. My money's probably not that he's not. That's catfish. That other fish got off. I heard it when it come loose, so. 106. See what I mean? How fast I just leveled up? 2 fish and I've leveled. Holding that one a minute, I get a thumbnail off him. Since his mouth is not over in the chat screen. Sometimes you don't get a even picture, so. Alright. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Been a hot day today. Move this one. He's got off there, drug it way out there. Get all these lines put back out, and then I'll have to roll them all back in a minute. I've heard some people say they wish they had a stand for 6 rods. Good grief. I don't think I'd want to have 6 rods out on this game. You'd have fish on each one of them. 3's enough. Three rods is enough. I don't see how Jody runs all them rods she runs. 8 or 10 or 12 rods, how many ever she's got. Out at one time, I don't see how you don't get tangled up. If I had 12 rods out like that and had a big catfish on there, I think that'd be have a big nest egg. I don't see how she does it. There's got to be a method to it, because on how to keep them untangled, because she gets by with it way too many times without getting too hung up. She's got to have a method. Let me tell you, I'll tell you something funny. So, oh, I'm your Huckleberry. How are you? Thanks for coming by. Let me tell you something about running more than one rod. So I got the bright idea that I was going to run 2 rods one time, and for jig fishing. So I'm going to fish for 2 rods. Not considering the fact that if I got a fish on both rods, how in the world was I going to get them out? Because both my hands was tied up. And Lord knows my 4 hands where they are, I need both hands to handle one rod. I wasn't doing it 5 minutes and got a fish on each rod. And it was a mess. That was 10 minutes I fished with 2 rods. And that was the end of my fishing with 2 rods. Yeah, we just doing a little fishing. This is Fishing Sim World. I do this. I play a little fishing game probably try to do it at least twice a month. We do the hunter a lot, but we try to do this now and then. So, I had a lot of people that like to watch the fishing as well. And we got one on now. A lot of streamers, a lot of gamers do one game, and it works. It's, they're dedicated to streaming one game. But strictly for the enjoyment is why I do it. I'm not trying to get monetized doing this. Not to say that people that monetized from gaming, there's anything wrong with it, because there's not. It's great if you can play a video game and get monetized. But so I kind of play a variety of stuff. But I think the channels that's probably more successful pretty much play one game all the time, and almost all of them is that I know of is the Hunter. I don't know. I don't know. There may be some Call of Duty folks out there that I haven't come across yet. But so I kind of like to play a variety over here. This is a catfish. We caught a bunch of these catfish today. We got a catfish overload today. We're going to have some other games coming up that I'm going to be doing. Are you tired after all that? No, I got him on. See the rod bending? He's on. He is on. You wait about a minute or two, I'll have him in the net. Take a look at him. It's pretty good. Wels catfish, he's fighting pretty good. Here he comes. Come on in here. Get in the net. There he is. £187 virtual fish. And I'm not sitting in 100-degree weather to catch him. Alright. I see I had a fish on rod 1 while I was fighting that fish, because it's way over there. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed it. I do live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. There's another fish on. This is on the mackerel head. I've got him hooked up. This is on the mackerel head. This is another catfish. Okay, Dad. Oh. We're going to be doing some other games too, Huckberry. We're going to have some new games coming out, new hunting and fishing games coming out, so we're going to be doing some new stuff. He's not a very big one, but he's fighting hard. He's small compared to the other dudes. Alright, I gotta get him back in the water because I got another one on the bally. Can't get them in fast enough. There's quite a few good fishing games out there, but right now on the hunting games, the Hunter Call of the Wild is the leading game, without a doubt. Hands down, it's the leading game. So they're supposed to be coming out with Way of the Hunter. It's promising. We'll see how it turns out, but small companies making it. But Expansive Worlds that made the Hunter Call of the Wild was a small company too. Still are. So. Yeah, this is Fishing Sim World. They also have one. I don't know what kind of fishing you like to do. They also, the new game they made, Bass Masters 2022. It's based on bass fishing. And then they have one called The Catch. I think I paid $10, $9 for this in the Xbox store. I think it's about that on PlayStation 4. That's what I'm playing on now, it's PS4. It's easier to stream on PS4 than to YouTube. So. At $10, you can probably get started in it. Then you probably would like, this has bass fishing in it too now. This game is more wider variety. You can either do what I'm doing here, fish for carp or catfish with dead baits, or you can bass fish, or Bass Masters 2022 is about bass fishing, and they have tournament modes, competition modes, and it's the new game. It is really nice, and we may play that on Thursday. I'm gonna do the Hunter Call of the Wild Tuesday at 1 o'clock Central, and then I'll probably do Bassmaster. Yeah, and if you like variety, then this is probably Fishing Sim World is probably the one you want to buy, because you can fish for a lot of different fish, and it's geared to bass fish and you know, bait fishing like I'm doing today. You also get out on boats. So actually I could take a boat out on this lake, and this lake has actually got catfish in it and carp and pike and all kinds of stuff, plus bass. Yep. Well, this is probably your cup of tea right here then. And you can pick this up, like I said, for cheap. I think it's somewhere between $10 and $15 in the PS4 store or the Xbox store. I've had this game for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. It's still one of my favorites. When you have a game 5 or 6 years and you still enjoy playing it, you know you got a winner. There's a pike right there swimming around. You may be able to see him just to the left. we're going to be playing some other games too coming up. I just purchased a gaming computer, so we're going to have some other games that we're going to be able to do on there. So. This thing's just kind of a desert looking area. But, I mean, let me show you the map. This is a big map. I mean, there's a lot of space to fish on this. All these little points all these little white dots is points. The bigger white dots is a boat ramp. You get out on this thing in a boat and ride to the boat. It's big. When are you doing the other? Huh? In 10 minutes? I'm finna shut it down then. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming today. We're gonna shut it down about 8 minutes early today. I've got something I need to take care of. I enjoyed y'all coming today. I appreciate it. We'll be back on Tuesday for gaming at 1 p.m. Central. And thank y'all for coming. Thank you for joining me. Huckleberry, if you have any questions or anything, you can contact me on my About page. You too, Lisa. And make Aaron behave himself. God bless y'all.